Episode 25 Opening Narration. Last time, the truth surfaced. At the National Forensic Service, the bite marks matched perfectly. Kim Bom-jun, Jang Jin-woo, Yoon Kyung. 3 victims, 1 killer. Blood type B, deformed teeth. A horizontal forehead wrinkle. Hyena's profile was complete. And another truth emerged. Sang-wook's shocking confession. My father was a North Korean spy. On Gangwon Island, he trains pit bull terriers in isolation. I'll tear it all apart. This damn world. But the truth doesn't end there. Tonight, a new threat reveals itself. NIS Cryptanalysis Office. A painting file sent from Japan by Hooksa. Claude Monet's Field of Poppies. But this is no ordinary painting. Steganography. A coded directive hidden within the image. And in Dandong, a black operative begins to move. Intelligence suggests a high-ranking official from the Workers' Party Operations Department is coming. Secret deals. Dangerous games. Crime boss Malco recruits a hotel manager. The net tightens. The shadows deepen. This is K-Spy Thriller. Welcome to episode 25, Steganography hidden in Monet's masterpiece. The NIS Cryptanalysis Room. Displayed on the screen was Park Tae-suk's image file. It was Dream of Poppies by the Impressionist painter Claude Monet. The very painting Black Snake had said he would send from Japan. Inside the cryptanalysis room, staff members moved busily. Team leader Yoon Jun-tae, who had tailed and surveilled Park Tae-suk during his business trip to Japan, explained. That painting is Dream of Poppies by the Impressionist painter Claude Monet. Wait. Rotate the screen. They examined it closely, but it looked like nothing more than an ordinary painting. No matter how they tried to open or analyze it. There was simply nothing to extract. Everyone tilted their heads in confusion. But then one strange detail stood out. Could this be steganography? Director Cho asked, staring intently at the painting. Steganography. A Greek-derived term meaning hidden writing. It is a new form of spy communication that hides information inside. Commonly encountered JPEG image files. A method of embedding secret messages inside images, video clips, or text files. Osama bin Laden used it when orchestrating the 9/11 attacks. Issuing commands to scattered operatives. Al-Qaeda operatives used it to send instructions to hijack airplanes. They hid messages inside the Mona Lisa image, or embedded them within adult pornographic photos or videos before sending them. It was an advanced technique that completely deceived the eyes and ears of intelligence and investigative agencies. However, while hidden messages could be revealed using specific software or encryption keys, without the proper decryption program, there was no way to detect them. They would simply pass unnoticed. Yes, it's a new form of spy communication, where encrypted data is secretly embedded into image or MP3 files. What's different about this image compared to others? When we compare two identical images, this one has a file size more than 10 times larger. More than 10 times? Yes. The image on the left is a normal file. The one on the right contains steganography. Oh right. The file size difference is obvious. Yes. Ordinary people would never notice. If the data size increased that much, then something must be hidden inside. Yes. We believe Black Snake embedded an instruction message. Technology has advanced tremendously. Yes. Their spy techniques go far beyond imagination. In the past, most instructions came through North Korean broadcasts. This is a new method. So how do we crack it? Do you have a plan? We're currently approaching it from multiple angles to locate the encryption program. How long do I have to wait? Do I need to personally crack the code myself? Director, no, that's not. Which department is Black Snake affiliated with? He belongs to the operations department. Team leader Kong Dae-bom stepped in to explain. Black Snake was part of the operations department? Yes. Then shouldn't our top priority be finding the encryption documents and codes used by the operations department? That's correct. We're already proceeding that way. How are you planning to find the common denominator? We're continuously searching. Securing the code is critical. Yes. We're aware. The operations department has codes used exclusively by its members. Yes. That's why we're focusing on that as the key point. Director Cho, a veteran hardened by years in counterintelligence, spoke with seasoned authority. A moment ago, we received intelligence from Black near Dandong. From Black? Yes. An agent operating in the North Korean border region. Who is Black? Black -8. The agent who eliminated the former state security ministry. Pastor couple who had been reporting defectors to North Korea after helping defectors escape through Southeast Asia earlier this year. Is that so? That's promising. What's the intel? There's intelligence that a high-ranking official from the Workers' Party Operations Department will arrive in Dandong next week. Really? We're currently verifying the credibility, schedule, and movement routes from multiple angles. Good work. If they arrive, they'll probably stay at a hotel in Dandong, right? Yes. According to current intel, North Korean personnel are conducting advance reconnaissance of the Dandong Hotel. So nothing is confirmed yet. It's still preliminary intelligence, but we're continuing to verify. Intelligence is just intelligence. Never take it at face value. Yes. We're double and triple checking through our cooperative networks. Tell everyone to trust no one. I'll relay that. If Black gets caught up, his identity could be exposed. It would be dangerous. We'll caution him as well. Don't deploy our agents recklessly. We plan to rely strictly on local networks. Keep in mind the possibility of diplomatic friction with China. Understood. Prepare for all contingencies. We'll make sure there are no traces left. Good. And when you tighten the leash, make sure they can't even scream. Yes. Black is already moving in that direction. Contact Black. Tell him to check carefully to avoid diplomatic issues with China. Yes. Understood. Black agents. Agents who carry out missions while concealing their identities. True operatives who risk their lives for the organization. If they are captured or killed, intelligence agencies and their governments will deny their very existence. Every country operates the same way. Unless there's a back-channel deal, or a prisoner exchange involving captured spies, which could allow them to be reused in another role. Around the Dandong Hotel, a gentleman in a dark navy suit walked cautiously, scanning his surroundings. He was a National Intelligence Service Black agent, officially registered as an employee of Haicheng Trading, a black agent operating under a false identity. Haicheng Trading was a small company in China that primarily manufactured leather jackets. A quiet, upscale cafe in Dandong. Malco entered quietly, a mid-level boss in the underworld, who had been expanding his influence around Dandong. He was involved in various vested interests, and ran permanent gambling operations. A thug who inflated betting pools, skimmed profits, and lived off the proceeds. He spoke Korean fluently and had sharp business instincts. At times, he secretly assisted NIS agents in covert transactions, in exchange for large sums of money. At other times, he built relationships with high-ranking North Korean officials and ran confidential errands. He often acted as a double agent, moving between the South and the North to profit from both sides. A man holding a double-edged sword balance was essential for survival. Black met quietly with the ethnic Korean Chinese Malco. As soon as he sat down, Black casually handed Malco a sports bag. We usually maintain a smooth relationship over meals and drinks. But when it truly matters, he's someone you can hand a thick stack of cash to and use. Even while drinking tea, Black constantly checked his surroundings and spoke with extreme caution. Malco slightly opened the zipper of the bag. "Ah, this is quite a haul." It was stuffed full of cash. The black agent spoke with a serious expression. "As you know, absolutely no traces must be left behind. Have I done business just once or twice? You don't need to worry about that. I'm speaking very seriously right now. When have I ever caused trouble for your side? I've only helped. I'm not saying you caused trouble. This job is extremely important, so I'm emphasizing it again. You've helped my business a lot. I'll make sure this is handled cleanly. If you take care of this one properly, and if I do, I'll help make our boss's Mongolia business expansion succeed. Then I'll be dancing with joy. Once this is over, let's have a proper meal. That Korean chef who came last time, his rice was perfect, fluffy to the core." "You mean Gimme Sang-gung table?" "Yes. The owner's cooking is killer. And the way she looks in a hanbo is absolutely seductive. You've got a usable card, right?" At the mention of helping with the Mongolia business, Malco smiled faintly. A backroom deal if Malco handled this job well. Black would help secure the Mongolia project Malco coveted. With a confident smile, Malco replied, "Luckily, I do have a very usable card." "Really? You already found one?" "Heh. The moment I saw him, I got a signal this guy was worth using." Fast as always. In this world, you don't survive if you're slow. We're merchants. Original merchants who live off trust. Malco joked. "Enough. Stay sharp. We'll talk about that later." The black agent cut him off. He slowly made a gesture of zipping his mouth shut. Malco flinched slightly. He mirrored the gesture, zipping his mouth shut and nodding repeatedly. Malco quietly stood up, scanning the surroundings. A single memo slip was passed discreetly. Malco accepted it as if nothing had happened and slipped it away. Malco's business establishment. One of the organization's men sat near the entrance, biting his fingernails nervously. Other members monitored the sealed room through cameras, watching for any suspicious guests. Brilliant hands fanned out the Watu cards and began to deal them. Sharp eyes flashed as each player tried to read the opponent's cards. A seasoned hand dealt the cards with flawless precision. In that lightning-fast motion, a single Watu card slipped away unnoticed. The Dandong hotel manager examined his hand with anxious eyes. His fingers slowly flipped the cards over. He swallowed hard. Perhaps things weren't going his way today. His face showed growing irritation. As time passed, the manager lost a large sum at the gambling table and exploded in anger. "Hey, you sons of bitches, are you fixing the game? Or why the hell are my cards so fucked up?" As if suddenly remembering the money he'd lost. He fumed and violently overturned the Wa-2 table. The men gambling with him jumped to their feet in shock. At that moment, the enforcers came rushing in. Several men with vicious tattoos inked across their shoulders gathered instantly. One of them used a judo move to slam the manager into a corner. Then they beat him until he could barely stay conscious. The manager was covered in blood. He struggled desperately to turn the tables. But the enforcers pinned him down without mercy. One enforcer grabbed the manager by the head, shoved it between his thighs, and threatened him. "You bastard, should I kill you or let you live? Where the hell did you learn to act like that?" The manager groaned in pain. Lifting the manager's dress shirt, he clawed at the kidney area and snarled, "You wanna sell your organs? Or should I sell your wife instead?" He panted, trembling. "Oh? You piece of shit, should I just cut your fucking dick off right now?" He groaned under his breath. The manager, unable to move, sobbed helplessly. That was when Malco, the operator of the gambling den, appeared, calmly observing the scene. Wearing a black suit with a pipe clenched between his teeth, he watched quietly. With a flick of his chin, he gestured for the enforcers to let him go. They loosened their grip and stepped back. "Hey, you assholes, take it easy. How many times do I have to teach you? The customer is king. The customer is my family. You treat customers like royalty." "Sorry, boss. Didn't I tell you not to act recklessly in such a lovely, classy place of business? Sorry, hung." Malco spoke sternly, yet a bitter smile crossed his face. Pointing at the manager, he called out quietly, You who thought you were top class at the gambling table and dared to act up." The manager, lips split and face flushed red, looked up at the man who had just saved him. "Yeah, it's me. You look at me." A Dandong nightlife lounge. Malco sat drinking with the manager, flanked by hostess girls. "You girls, step outside for a moment." He waved them away with his hand. "Why'd you flip the gambling table? That's why you got beaten. That's a bad habit and I can't stand that either. I'm sorry. Earlier, breaking things like that is a really bad habit. Your hands could get broken real fast. I'll be careful from now on. Here, have a drink." Malco poured him a glass of liquor. The manager downed it in one gulp. "You owe me a lot of money." "I'm sorry. I'll pay it back, I swear. If you help me with one job, I can wipe all that debt clean." "You wanna try? Wipe it clean? What kind of job? What do you need me to do?" At the words debt forgiveness, the manager's eyes sparkled. Hong, just say the word. Anything. Anything? Yes, Hong. Run an errand for me. Do that, and we're even. You mean what you just said for real? Malco handed him a slip of paper. What have you lived your whole life getting fooled? You still don't trust my word? No, Hong. How could I not trust you? A valuable guest from North Korea will be coming next week. A big shot? There's big money involved, so keep your head straight and do it right. I'll make sure you get your cut. Yes. So it's forgiven, right? Once this is done, I don't owe you anything anymore? Yeah. Got it, you bastard. Yes, Hong. If you fail, you and I will have wires run through our noses and get shipped back north. You understand? No need to worry. There's a Persian saying, a bastard dog who knows gratitude is better than a man who doesn't. Don't repay kindness through your asshole. Got it? Yes. I understand. I'm not that kind of man. The manager nodded and stood up. Malco grinned, clearly satisfied. Anyway, you're quick to catch on. You and I have one thing in common. What's that? If there's money in it. We're the kind of men who'd sell our own parents and siblings. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Episode 25 Ending narration. The truth hides within layers of encrypted code. Tonight, a discovery at the NIS cryptanalysis office. Claude Monet's Field of Poppies. A painting sent by Hoxa to Park Tae-sik in Japan. But this was no ordinary masterpiece. Steganography, from the Greek, meaning hidden writing. An advanced espionage technique that conceals secret messages within image files. The same method used by Osama bin Laden during the 9/11 attacks. The file size is 10 times larger than normal. Inside, Hoxa's directive lies encrypted. But without the specific decryption program, it cannot be opened. The operations department's code. The common denominator must be found. In Dandong, a black operative begins to move. Operating under a false identity, risking his life for the mission. Black Agent Number 8. He makes contact with Malco, a Korean-Chinese crime boss. A double agent who profits from both North and South. A dangerous man who wields a double-edged sword. A thick envelope of cash and a slip of paper are exchanged. At a gambling den, a hotel manager drowns in debt. Beaten and broken, he is recruited by Malco, with the promise of debt forgiveness. Next week, an important guest is coming from North Korea. A high-ranking official from the Workers' Party Operations Department. Intelligence suggests he's heading to Dandong. Who is he? Could it be Hoxa? Or someone even more powerful? If you fail, we'll both be sent north with wire through our noses. A covert operation has begun. But diplomatic friction with China, the risk of exposure, and unreliable collaborators, everything hangs by a thread. This is not just a spy thriller. This is a war fought in the shadows by those who risk everything. Beauty Spy War, a K-spy thriller based on Scorpio. A finalist of the second Proud Korean Screenplay Contest continues to unfold, one truth at a time. In episode 26, will the code be cracked? Will the Dandong operation succeed? And can Malco truly be trusted? If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and hit the like button. Your support keeps this story alive. Share your thoughts in the comments. What's hidden in the encrypted message? Who is the high-ranking official coming to Dandong? Can Malco be trusted? Thank you for listening. Stay with us, because the next truth will be even more dangerous. This has been Beauty Spy War. Until next time, stay vigilant.